John. You ever seen Breaking Bad, John?
Walter.
Walter. All right. Let's fucking do it. Episode fucking 10. Yanks
All right,
avoid
we're
the
here.
sweep. We're here. Oh, your camera just gave a thumbs up. You like that? Their Discord, like the thumbs up. You know how it does that?
No,
Yeah.
I don't.
Nah, well, it did. It did that. Anyways,
Bastard.
all right. Yanks avoid the sweep. Couldn't have honestly of all the series to lose. It didn't feel all too bad. You know, couple on Monday night you had the bullpen blow up. Tuesday night Gallen looked unbelievable. So I mean, those are two losses that you're gonna take early in the season.
Yeah, I mean, especially transitioning from how injured that Brewers rotation was, and then immediately go into probably one of the best 1-2 punches in baseball. I'd say top 5 in the NL, and Corbin Burns and Zach
Yeah, and
Gallen.
they handled him really. They handled Burns really well.
Yeah, I mean,
So
got
you
him
can't
out
even
of
be
there.
mad about that.
Got him out of there fairly early. Only pitched about
four and a third.
4 1/3.
4 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned.
Which, I mean,
Four
with
runs.
guys like that, I mean,
But
that's you can take what you can get. I mean,
yeah. Oh, and they were poised to win that game. If they don't give up an 8th inning grand slam, I mean, they're obviously going to win that game. But
yeah, I mean, they definitely ran into one of the, just like the not the Rangers, the Yankees were in the first series of just absolutely mashing the ball. I mean, Lourdes Gurriel being the NL Player of the Week last week, hitting 4 home runs, hitting his 5th, being that grand slam.
Yeah.
Just kind of ran into it.
And then he had the homer on Tuesday night to start the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's fucking break down game 1. Will Warren 5-0, 5 flat, 1 hit off the Corbin Carroll homer. Gave up 2 runs there, off 4 walks, 4 strikeouts. His stuff looked really good on Monday night. I mean, there's no denying that. And then
just not nearly as erratic, more controlled. Not really making a lot of mistakes over the plate at all. Overall looked very consistent for somebody that young in their process.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly. Especially what we saw out of him last year. I think that was the most control probably seen Will Warren have at the big league level. It seemed like he had really he was in control up there tonight. I think Monday night for the first time, I think at all in his big league career.
Yeah.
And then to Cruz, which he had 2 innings, he looked electric. 2 innings, no hits. He had 4 strikeouts, which was that was just electric watching that. That fired me up. He could be a huge, huge piece for this bullpen.
Especially because that was kind of his whole MO, was the potential of him being a high K per 9 guy, and not necessarily giving you the meat and potatoes of having a lower ERA. I mean, I think he finished with a 4.5 ERA last year, but about 13 Ks per 9, which is just ridiculous given the small sample size. But Matt Blake just seems to have that switch that flips with these guys who are, he can just pull the utmost upside out of them, and it's proven to be over the last 2 years, especially with guys like Tim Hill and even Michael Tonkin last year, and then
Dreamweaver.
Yeah, and then Dreamweaver, who had a 4-out save today,
through tonight,
looked electric. Yeah,
yep.
And looked very good, even though his fastball's a little down. But I mean, I'm not worried about that. It'll definitely pick up. But
same, yeah, looking about the same as last year.
Yeah.
After Cruz, we went to Hill for a third. He gave up 2 hits, 2 runs, not great. Was just on to Leiter, which he was also only got through a third with 1 hit, which was the grand slam, obviously, which he ended up taking the L in the box score, 2 walks. He did have a 1 strikeout. On to Otto, which he went 2 and a third, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. He's been looking pretty good. We'll probably talk about him once we rip through here. And then Hedrick 2 and a third, 1 hit and a strikeout. And obviously Dominguez homer, Volpe homer, Rice homer. That's what we have for Monday night. I mean, obviously, and they got the Burns. I'm pretty sure all those besides Rice. So Dominguez, Volpe were off Burns.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to see them at least produce off of those high end pitchers, at least, because you look back on last year and even years before, the Yankees beating up on a lot of
Yeah.
3, 4, 5 guys throughout the year is great and all, but it always seems like the aces of the aces definitely do get to them. And I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not saying they didn't this series because considering they struck out 30 times in the past 2 games before tonight, but
Yeah.
it's nice for them to be able to just be disciplined at the plate, take their walks when they can, extend at bats, and drive that pitch count up and just get them out early. The sooner you go to pen with a lot of those aces, the better, obviously. But
Yeah.
it's nice to actually see it come into fruition rather than just thinking about it.
Yeah, and I think it was a really good matchup for Dominguez because he's been seeing the ball really well from the left side of the plate so far this year. That's where most of
Yeah.
his productions come so far.
And then you see the exact opposite of it the next day when Zach Gallen decides to strike out 13 and 6 and
Oh
a
yeah,
third.
I mean he was just on
But
another planet.
yeah, but
Yeah,
again, we're also looking at a potential Cy Young candidate in the NL this
yeah,
year,
no, literally.
and it looks like he's got it. I mean, we'll see, but
Yeah,
that was an unreal performance considering guys like Judge were just looking silly. Rice, who I mean, every at bat that I've
oh yeah,
seen Ben Rice
break,
have
that
was
knuckle
very
curve
good.
gave
And
him
like,
problems from the left side of the plate, no less. Yeah,
for the
yeah,
first, I'd want to say for the first time in his very young career, he looked absolutely lost at the plate
yeah.
for what bats.
Yeah, I mean he struggled a bit with the off speed, but I mean especially coming from a righty, that was a rough
Yeah,
night. I might as well.
100%.
So to get into game two, Gallen did go. He went 6 2/3, no runs, 3 hits, no walks, 13 strikeouts. Probably gonna
That's
be top 5 performance of his career. So
yeah, just
yeah,
unreal. Yeah,
yeah. I saw it was the most strikeouts by a Diamondback against a Yankee of all the starters. And you got to think that's some pretty good Diamondback pitchers who matched up against the
yeah,
Yankees back in the
definitely.
day.
Yeah,
So. Going up against Gallen was Rodon. Six innings flat, 3 hits, 4 runs, 4 walks, 5 strikeouts. He gave up the early 2-run homer, and then 2 runs in the second inning, and then he recovered. Which he even last year he showed that he can do that if he struggles early. He can kind of settle back down, and he can still eat up a good 4 innings if you need him to.
it certainly does seem to fit his mo. Just early homers have been killing him for the last couple of years. Even if I mean, I do have a lot of faith in Carlos Rodon this year to be a meat and potatoes guy of the rotation, but he's also going to live and die by these early run production games because that the offense is going to sputter out for a number of games this year, and that's when we have to rely on our pitching staff. That's
Yeah,
just a little worse for
and you need a
right
guy
now.
like Rodon in the rotation to be
Yeah,
one of the guys to stop to be able to pick up a win for you while the offense is struggling.
but yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
and again, up until we get reinforcements back in the rotation, there's going to be games in this April and even May and early June window where we're going to see the offense kind of sputter out for a number of games, and we'll see the rotation kind of get hit around a bit, and it's gonna raise questions. But at the end of the day, you got to wait for reinforcements to come back, and a guy as electric as Heel and a guy as consistent as Schmidt coming back could
oh,
offset a lot
huge.
of those
Yeah,
major inconsistencies.
especially if this is the Warren we're gonna get. That would be
Yeah,
very big.
100%.
And not we haven't even got there. Carrasco tonight was pretty damn good.
Yeah,
So
we'll
yeah.
talk about that.
So after Rodon, we got Gomez for 3 innings, no hits, no runs, 3 walks, kept the Yankees in the game, which eventually sparked a late ninth inning rally. Right, ninth inning. It was the ninth. Yeah, it was the ninth. The Volpe 3-run home
Yeah,
run in the ninth. Yep. Ended up losing 4-3. It was just another like what are you gonna do kind of loss. You can't really be too frustrated. It's frustrating watching them just get mowed down by Gallen, but
yeah, totally. And I
he's
mean,
a top pitcher in baseball. It's gonna happen. That's
as well.
baseball
Yeah,
season. The first 2 games of this
yeah,
series, it's just certified. That's baseball
yeah,
season.
totally. Against the top NL candidate for, I mean, to dethrone the Dodgers. If anybody's going to do it, it's going to be, I mean, very well could be them. But yeah, just the drastic drop off from the rotation from the first series to now is, I mean, definitely evident. I mean, even you put AJ Puck out there, who's probably better reliever than anybody on that Brewers rotation, starters and relievers combined at the moment. But yeah, I mean, it's again the sixth game of the year, the 4-2. It's not the end of the world,
No, not at all. Not at all. Going into Pittsburgh this weekend, not and then Detroit, and it shouldn't be a huge issue. So yeah, that was game 2. We'll talk about tonight's game now. As I was saying, Carrasco 5 1/3, 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. Another again, can't really ask for much more. He looked really good, worked himself into trouble in the first couple more times, and kept relatively steady. He's a vet. Trust him to do that. So definitely a really good start at a Cookie. That first one as a Yankee. Love to see it.
Yeah, I mean, it's very consistent from a guy who's been in the league for 16 years. And even when he did get into trouble, he definitely
worked his way out of it.
Definitely kept the damage to a minimum. I mean, it does help when Josh Naylor gets on base and he's, the guy at third base, so he doesn't necessarily pose that much of a running threat.
Right.
But
yeah.
But yeah, no, he looked great. I mean, there's no ends if and or buts about it, especially from a guy who was not expected to make this rotation at all. But then, that's what happens.
Yep. And obviously the offense kind of exploded again tonight, which was a little bit of not a sigh of relief. Definitely not. That's a little strong, but it was definitely like, all right, we're, this offense can still explode on any given night like it looked like it could. Rice 1 for 3.
Especially because it's coming from so many different people, too, throughout the last 6 games. Obviously, it seems like everybody scored in the Brewers series, but even this series, Ben Rice has a couple of homers, Volpe. Everybody's hit. If someone's not hitting tonight, which, it was Bellinger 0 for 4, it's a guy like Dominguez who goes 2 for 3, and then Judge who goes 3 for 4.
I think he got a hit. I didn't write it down, but I think he might. Or I don't know.
No, I think he went over 4.
The box score was a little fat tonight. Speaking of what I do have written down, Rice 1 for 3 with the leadoff double on the first pitch of the game. Love seeing that. Leadoff Rice, and Boone said why, because he rakes, as he does, great at bats, and he rakes.
Something that's always been big with him.
I love leadoff Rice.
I think it's great, yeah. But, something that's always been big with him, even in AAA and before he got called up, was his exit velocity, and it's even...
Oh, and he got bigger. He got bigger.
96.2 last year, now it's 99. He's crushing the ball. That was evident game 1 when he hit it off the short portion, right? And murdered the ball, and he only got I think he only got a single out of it because it was hit so hard. But just good for him.
First career steal for Ben Rice tonight too. Yep. First career steal for Ben Rice.
No contest on the throw, but we'll take it anyway.
Benaros tonight on the Aros.
Got a little Spanish lesson. Michael Paul O'Neill.
Yeah, love Spanish class.
You see Paul O'Neill? You see Paul O'Neill almost kill the analytics guy with torpedo bat and swinging it?
Yeah. Pretty much it sums up Paul O'Neill. Well, I love that he's in the booth.
It's great.
Keep on ripping through this. Judge 3 for 5, the homer, and the first obviously 4 RBIs for Judge. He's already got 5. Jazz with a homer, with a moonshot homer. Hell of a pimp job, S tier pimp job from Jazz. Dominguez 2 for 5, Grisham 3 for 4 with a homer. Big night for Grish.
If Trent Grisham can be the best utility player in the MLB, that'd be so cool.
If he could, I think this is kind of what everybody expected out of him last year. But this is what we can get, that would be huge.
It'd be great, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be
final
wonderful.
Stat line like 14 home runs, batting like 380.
14 might be a bit of a stretch, but we'll see how much he plays. But
well, yeah, definitely. It's a crowded outfield, but I just find it funny that he was definitely somebody who was not brought for his bat whatsoever, and it's very small sample size, obviously, but he's also still crushing the ball too.
Well, he was brought here for the name not to be spoken, but To wrap up notable hitters, Skara had his first career hit tonight, obviously too.
Congratulations!
Yeah,
He
fucking
could barely contain
Uber
his
driver,
excitement.
get in. It's JC Skara. Yeah, and then so the Yankees won. What the hell was the final? 9-7 off of
That's happening.
yeah, Otto 2 1/3, no hits, and then Yarbrough came in, had a rough night. Gave up another grand slam, as we were saying. Right?
Real rough, yeah.
Yep.
Um,
Lighter got through an inning, and then Weaver 1 1/3. But yeah, we'll rip through. We can talk now. I was just gonna. Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. Dreamweave with the 4.
Yeah.
Looked really good, really controlled, painting corners. I think maybe threw only 3 or 4 balls the entire night, but
No, it was vintage Weaver. Loves the 4-out save.
yeah.
Hope
Devin Williams.
It almost makes me wish he was closing, but
Yeah, I don't know if Devin Williams had his kid yet or not. Don't even know if he's still on marital leave or whatever, but
we're
hopefully.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely okay.
A lot of chatter 100%. after the game on Monday was whether or not Weaver should have been in for the 8th, and maybe he should have been, but maybe he wouldn't have got a 4-out save tonight. So,
hindsight's 2020. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's also April 3rd, so stressing over reliever decisions. It's the wrong date for that.
Stressing over Boone decisions. Game 6 is not what I want to be doing either, or what I want to be reading on the internet or listening.
That's why his hair's gone gray since he's become the Yankee manager.
Yeah.
Yep. Yanks avoid the sweep. 9-7 win tonight. Looking forward, we got the Buccos this weekend going to Pittsburgh, the most underutilized, beautiful stadium of all time. Game 1.
Yeah, we got to get down there.
Yeah, we do have to get down there for sure. We're gonna for sure.
Beautiful ball.
Tomorrow we got an odd start time, 4:05 or whatever the hell it is, on a Friday afternoon.
It's got stuck. You're finishing a game at 10:30 at night right now.
Yeah, they're probably just about getting. They might be going now.
They might be. Yeah.
I don't know. That's probably now. I think. I don't know.
Well, what they do for us, you know what I mean?
The thing, yeah, gotta appreciate our Yanks. Fried versus Keller, game 1. That's the better of the pitching matchups. No Skeens, unless they just sneak them in.
That's nice. I don't want to do it.
We'll definitely take Keller instead of Skeens.
Yeah.
He might have pitched tonight if it's Keller tomorrow. Stroman Falter Saturday, another 4:00 start, and then Sunday Warren against good old Andrew Heaney.
Ooh,
you like that?
That's a blast.
I know. I feel like we're gonna come on here on Sunday night and be like, Andrew Heaney diced us up. What do you? Yanks win the series 2-1.
That would be very fitting.
Yeah,
it'd be very fitting. Yeah. I still have flashbacks to the game fucking played at the Cornstalk Fields for the Field of Dreams.
That was the White Sox.
I know, but Heaney was pitching.
Oh, yeah. What am I talking about? Yeah.
And then Tim Anderson did the last cool thing in his professional career and then got knocked out by Jose Ramirez, and now he's a bum.
Yeah. He had a decent year with L.A., but whatever. Fuck him, kind of. Heen bomb.
Timmy Anderson?
No.
Oh, Andrew
Heaney. No. Yep. That's pretty much wraps that up. Oh, also, it's the Soto sucks chance. Is this gonna? I don't know if you've been able to hear this through your TV, right? I mean, it's like every fucking night.
Yeah.
It's like the first, and I feel like it wasn't even that loud on Saturday. Maybe I was just a little drunk. Maybe the homers just fucking like just the craziness of Saturday kind of minimized it. I mean, on the way out they were really loud. I remember that.
That was really it. I think was like on the way out.
It wasn't like the crowd was really like invested in like a close ball game at that point. You know what I mean? I kind of understand the Soto sucks chance on the way out on a game like that, but
yeah,
first inning. First inning, we're loud and clear every night. Is this what we're doing all? Is this what we're doing all year?
I hope not. Honestly, I
Yeah,
mean, just
it's already getting to a point. It's like, all right, we're scoring runs without him. He's hitting. I
yeah,
mean, it's April 3rd, but he hasn't hit the. He hasn't been
we're
hitting
playing
the shell off
baseball.
the ball.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, we're playing baseball without him, and I would totally fine with it if the Mets are in town, and
well, that's another.
you know,
That's a different thing.
you could remind Juan Soto
That's
what he's
another
missing.
thing.
Obviously,
Yeah, when we're playing the Arizona Diamondbacks on a Wednesday night.
don't love it.
Yeah, don't
Don't.
love that. Don't love
I
it.
think it makes Yankee fans look exactly what
Yeah.
every other MLB fan thinks Yankee fans.
Stereotypes.
Yeah, I think it definitely amplifies them to a
Yeah.
T.
Yep. So that's pretty much it. Again, nice, short, and sweet. I don't know if there's anything else off the top of the head about the Yanks. Not really. We'll talk again on Sunday night.
See you Sunday night. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Go Yanks. Smell
Go
you
Yanks.
later.
See ya.